My friend, chord of the week. We've got a C diminished 7, flat 5. My brain blanked out. I blank out every now and then. Then again, I don't do edits, so this is what it is. When we're playing this beautiful chord, it builds tension. If you've never seen this kind of chord before, welcome. When we do this, we're going to have 3 very distinctive notes. Let's look at how this looks through the eyes of the major. C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. When we play a C minor, the first thing that should be apparent is we need to flatten our major chord. It's going to turn our C major, C, E, G, into a C, E flat, and G, because we've just taken that middle note, the median, and we've diminished it by a half step. Ow! So when we do the C major, we make it into a C minor, you can find out that minor shape is actually being what we're using at the 5th to play this. So let's look at that one first. Let's move this all the way up to the 6th fret. Bar it with your ring finger or your middle finger, and then use your first finger to bar the whole thing. What it does is it puts down a finger on the 5th of the G string to hold out that C note, and then it plays the rest of these notes. It has the E flat, the G flat, and the B flat. And here's why, my friend. Whenever we go above the octave, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that 8th note, we must include the 7th of some sort. We can include the 6th of some sort, but that's only for a 6-9 chord. It sounds sussy and airy and like very nice and open. We're not talking about that though. We're actually just talking about this here C minor 7 flat 5. You know, alternately, these can be named many things. If you were to just look at it like this, sounds great, doesn't it? Well, we've got our B flat, we've got our E flat, we have our G flat, and we have our C, thusly giving us this. Now, you can call it a D sharp 6, minor 6, but that's not really what we're shooting for. We're shooting for having this being a tense building chord. We can use this at the 5th fret by barring it all the way up, playing these 3 strings, the A string, the E string, and the C string, and then layering over the top. In fact, I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's silly. But this is a great... It's a great way to get your groove on with just this chord. Now here's the idea. Do exactly what I just did. Break it down into brass tacks. If you can play this chord and then go back into it by utilizing first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger, or if you're like me and you don't like putting all your fingies on the fretboard, just put a finger over both of these notes at the same time. And it looks exactly like a D minor. And if you've never played a D minor like that, try it out. Tell me what you think in the comment section. When you play it up top here and throw it at a single finger, it gives you one more finger for awesomeness. So you can build even more tension if you want to alleviate that C and put a D there, by all means. But it does change the chord quality now, doesn't it? It changes it and alters it. Here we go. We're going to be playing just a groove here, doing like a 5th fret to 6th fret. So 4, 5 to 6, 5, 6. Kind of sounds like that Police Squad with Frank Drebin. Ow! And maybe we can jump back down here to do this chord. If you like putting all your fingies on here. Also feels like, how lucky can one man be? She kissed me and I kissed the cheek. Something like that. Anyway, it's a great way to utilize these notes. Another really fun one is to try to find them all the way up the fretboard. You'll be able to find these inversions all over the place, and I can guarantee you, when you want to add a little spice or pizzazz to something, let's say you're playing something in the key of F, maybe to a G minor, A minor, the F. Kind of feels a little bland, doesn't it? You can do a hammer on your D natural there to have a F turned into an F6 or a D minor 7 or a D6. Right? If you just simply move these around, you can throw your chord in there. Hear how that one chord, when switched away from the F, builds an unbelievable amount of tension, and it's fun progressing. All the kids are doing it. Tell you what, if you enjoyed this, why don't you thumbs up? Become a member of this channel. Join us for a members-only session where you can ask questions, Q&A back and forth, form a personal relationship with moi and the people in that comment section. We're going to try and keep it small, but everyone's welcome. If you want to, check out the memberships on this channel. Aloha to you.